segment is sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We want to cover a little bit something special here tonight.
We had a guy that
we did. We had a guy named Ronnie Sweeney, and he sent us a message this week. And we've been telling people, you know, send us questions, send it, you know, anything on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you and try to help you out when we can. So Ronnie reached out to us this week, and he wanted us to cover a little bit about how not to backlash your bait casting rod. So while I don't know that it's possible to not ever backlash one, in my opinion,
I even seen
but anyhow, Hugh is going to cover that a little bit for us
I've
tonight.
seen the real good ones, and they still backlash.
That's right.
I mean, you know, so it's going to happen. But first off, we don't call them backlashes. If you fish tournaments, you don't call them backlashes. You call them professional overlays.
Let me make a note of that real fast.
Yeah. Just so you'll know, professional overlays. But the best way to do is if you take your bait caster, usually on the side opposite of your handle, you have a little small dial with 0 to 10 is usually the number, and it'll say minimum or maximum. You can increase right here the amount of tension that's put on the spool, which holds the line. So the way we do that is simply use it to where you can flip. If you can put your bait on the end of your rod and then click free spool, which is the release button right here, the release button. If it goes down really, really fast, then you need to tighten up.
Yeah.
And that's on this side, the same side as your handle. That's a tensioner also. This tensions the ball bearings. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you've got two ways of making it fit tighter. And you need to play with this, ladies and gentlemen. You need to figure it out, because there's nothing more frustrating than your bait to be in the water and you're sitting there trying to get it undone. So both of these, this one on this side opposite your handle, and this little dial right here on the side that your handle's on, is going to help you tension that spool. And what you want it to do is hold your rod out straight, and this is when you know you got it perfect. Flip your free spool, which is your release, and if the bait just goes slowly down, then it's right.
You're ready to go.
You're ready to go. You're ready to throw it just like that. If it doesn't move, then you need to slightly lessen the tension right here beside the handle to where it does start to move. And if it moves too fast, you can tighten it just a little bit to make it slow down. And then also this one on this side does the same thing. This is more for a distance. If you want to get really long distance, that helps you. If you don't want it so long a distance, you can tighten up a little bit on it. We hope that helps everybody, because it's simple. I know it sounds even simpler, but it's one of those things when you're thinking fishing, I'm changing my baits, I'm not worried about my...
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes that helps, sometimes it doesn't. And you need to do every bait, because there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing worse than to throw it out there. You got this big bird's nest, and you got to sit there and come up with it, pick it out.
And usually by the time I get done doing that, I'm hung up out in the water too.
Yeah, I'm hung up. Then
That's how it usually works. That's right. We've got a caller here. Pete. Pete, how are you doing tonight? We've lost Pete.
Well, we don't have anything on there.
Yeah, we did. We had him on there, but it's gone now.
It's gone.
Well, Pete, try to call back, and we'll try to get with you here in just a minute. We're trying to get some sound fixed up here, but you know, with that the backlash, and also I've noticed myself, or I guess I should call it professional overlay.
Professional overlay.
Okay, professional overlay. I know for me too, now I don't do as much of the bait casting things as you guys do, but I know for me too, if I'm throwing a heavier bait, I don't have as much issue with it.
No.
Where when I start running into those problems, when I try to flip over to a light jig or something, you know, something lighter.
But here's the other thing too, Brandon. A lot of people don't realize some of these rods that you're using may be too stiff for the bait you're throwing. Matter of fact, this rod here is an all-pro rod. It is a heavy, So you don't want to be throwing a spinnerbait on it,
right.
You know, a 3/16 ounce spinnerbait on a heavy rod. I mean, you can if you do it a lot, but normally not.
Right. Yeah,
you want to get a medium rod to do it with. And so check your line size according to your bait and your rod, and that's also going to help you.
Yeah, we're going to go back to Pete here. Pete, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you tonight?
Doing pretty good.
How can we help you, Pete?
Listen, I got a question about Normandy Lake.
Okay.
Walleye fishing.
Yeah.
How, when, and where, and what do you use?
Now, and by the bridge, you know where the bridge is there at Normandy?
Yeah.
That's a real good, it's a choke down place for walleye because they're running in and out from underneath it. But now is the time. I'm going to tell you what I use, and that's those, you know, those bright orange jig heads.
Yeah.
Maybe with you don't even have to have a bucktail, but sometimes guys use bucktails. But I put a swim bait on the back of mine, just a small curly tail or a small swim bait. But I want them to see that bright orange to get their attention first.
Okay.
That's basically what I do is throw it out there, bounce it just like you would a jig, just like you were fishing for bass maybe, and just bounce it off the bottom, and usually that triggers a good hit. And if you get a bite, remember where it was, and throw right back. Usually walleye, you know, they congregate. So when you pull out one, you're probably going to find you 3 or 4 right there together.
Okay, are you under the bridge, or are you down the riprap on each side of it?
I go to where the riprap ends, where the water goes under the bridge, because that's your choke down. That's where it chokes down. They can go anywhere they want to up on that riprap, but they choke them down. It's like funnels for a deer.
Yeah.
You choke it down where they're going up under that bridge. Then you got them. You got a kind of a captive audience there, you might say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
We got
Danny, how are you doing tonight?
Benny?
Benny.
Oh, Benny? I'm sorry, Benny, how are you?
How can we help you, Benny?
I talked to you guys about a year ago. Mr. Hugh.
Yeah.
Mr. Brandon put on a great show with the elk lady, and the comment he got was not deserved. I enjoy y'all's show and your information. More about information.
Well,
I appreciate that.
Hunter sounded like he was a little jealous.
I kind of think maybe too, but you know, the deal is that I'm not going to say it didn't bother me. It bothered me to the point I felt it was disrespectful to my guests.
I've seen that in your face.
And you know, but we kept it pretty calm. Everything's fine. But you know, that's just part of it.
Yeah.
But I tell you, the good part of that is it really turned out to be good for us. I had a tremendous amount of outreach after that happened. Lots of folks were messaging and sending us things over the next several days about that. So really, it ended up, in the long run, ended up kind of being a good thing. But I certainly appreciate that.
We're going to add more video.
Oh yeah.
But Benny, our show has never been about showing a 5-pound bass being caught every single week or an 8-pointer being shot every week. Ours has been more about how did we get there, what information does a hunter and fisherman need. That's what we've been mainly doing, because to be honest with you, most of these shows looks like the same fish over and over and over.
That's right.
To me, come on, there's only so many fish you can catch, and there's only so many deer you can shoot, and they all look about the same to me. I like to know how to get them closer.
How did you get that deer to eventually be in front of you? That's the deal. That's right.
I want to know that information to make me a better outdoors person.
Yeah.
But we are going to do more video. That's for sure.
We've already done some.
We've already done some. So we're getting ready to start airing that. But we really appreciate viewers like you, Benny.
All right, and turkey season's getting closer.
Hey,
that's right.
Come on, Snoop's turning red. I'm ready
You'll be walking around strutting here before long.
I'll get off the phone. Let's
Thank you.
Have
a good night.
Thank y'all.
I went to 3.
Who got on 3?
Kenny, how are you doing?
Can we help you, Kenny?
Hey, you.
Yes, sir.
Kenny.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what happened to Jimmy Holt and Glenn Smith. Are they still around?
Well, Jimmy Holt is still around. Jimmy, though, I understand, is still battling cancer. It has come back a little bit, and but I'm gonna tell you something. Jimmy's a strong man.
I know. I used to watch it with his old Larry Munster and all of them.
Yeah.
Well, he's just a strong man. Now, he has asked for thoughts and prayers, and of course, we've been giving it to him. But Jimmy,
I heard he's in bad shape and everything. And
Yep.
I'll give him my blessing for that. And I just, if there's any way you can get him on your show one more time.
hey, I'd love to have him on the show.
absolutely.
Because he did a great Christmas show with me a couple of years ago, and everybody just loved it. And if you don't like Jimmy, there's something wrong with you.
You don't like nobody.
Yeah, you
That's
don't
right.
like many people at all, then. But we give him big
I just
kudos.
thought I'd ask the question, and I love your show.
Thank you so
very
much,
much.
Kenny.
Have
We
a great
appreciate
night.
you, brother.
All right, thank you, brother.
And we got John. John, how can we help you tonight?
Well, I just moved down to the mouth of Johnson Creek Road down here by Cheatham Dam.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know any of the locals down here or anything, and I don't know what's going on with the fishing down here. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right at this point. I don't know if they're catching hybrids or stripe or sauger or where I need to go, because I'm not familiar with the area. Right at the end of my road, there's a boat ramp, and I watched all the duck hunters back and forth all this last month. But I'm ready to fish, and I don't know where to go or what to do right now, because I was in Nashville for a long time, and I fished Priest. So now I'm down here by the dam, and I need some input.
Okay. Well, if you don't notice where the dam is, there's a wing wall on the right-hand side.
No, I'm above the dam up here.
Oh, you're above the dam. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then below, right there at the dam is some great fishing for striper. Now, they're not real big right now for the stripe. They're not real big right now. They were in there a little while ago, but then they moved on. But now there's still some in the 8, 10, and 12 pound class in there.
Okay.
Now, if you go on the
Even
other
know
side
what
of
the
the
crappie situation is down here, I've never fished down here.
well, the crappie situation is this. It's with the cold fronts come in, they go deep. When it starts warming up into 55 degrees, start fishing your docks and brush piles. And that's where you're going to find them. And usually they're in the 10 to 12 foot of water. But I'd be fishing mouth of creeks right now on
Like
that.
I said, I'm right here on the mouth of Johnson Creek.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing, is right there. And then don't forget, there at the dam, you can catch sauger and walleye off those wing walls. So,
Yeah, I know down below the dam, I drove down there and watched them boys fishing.
Yep.
So I'd have to go all the way back to Ashland City and go across and come back down to put in.
Yep. But you're not that far.
But
You're not that far.
I was wondering about catfish and when they start working up good, because I really love catching my catfish. I'm a jug fish.
All right, I'll tell you what, hold on just a second. I'm going to answer your phone call. We got to do a commercial right quick, but hold on, okay? All right. And we got to go.
All right, everybody, we got to do this week's tip of the week. And this week's tip of the week is being brought to you by the Davison Farmers Co-op. Well, we'll get it here in a minute. The Davison Farmers Co-op. Go down there and give them a call. Talk to Miss Laura and go see them over there. They're just right there on Dickerson Road, right off Raleigh Parkway. So be sure to stop by and see them.
Boy, she is fired up for the spring, too.
Yeah, I've been in there getting some of that Carhartt stuff they got on sale. So get in there and see them. So you got a tip for us this week? You want me to throw something out there?
I just did a
Well, let me tell you,
tip.
I was out the other day. I told you we were out and we were checking cameras. We tell people all the time, check cameras. Well, I was checking the camera and I found a shed. So we started looking around. So it just what? Yes. So you want to get out there and find those sheds. Right now is the time to get them before the squirrels find them and this because a lot of times
dogs.
Yeah, dogs, area dogs will drag them off. So if you want to get out and look for sheds, get out right now and look for them. It's a great time to get out and find those. And I have a big time doing it anyway. We go out and squirrel hunt, look for them. That's actually, I enjoy doing things like that. Yeah, rabbit hunt.
Rabbit hunt's fun too. So that's an awesome tip.
So anyhow, get out there, find some sheds, and send us a picture of it. Let us see it. I'd love to see it. So,
all right.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.
And Tom
Start your tournament season off by fishing Team Nashville's Frostbite Big Bass Open, February 24th at Faith Times Marina. This year, our weigh-in sessions will give 24 lucky anglers a chance to win. Guaranteed payouts for big and small bass, and a chance to win a mystery prize. We welcome high schoolers, old schoolers, gals, and guys to experience a fun day of fishing. Early entry per angler is only $65. Pay now at tnbassmasters.com.